Hi Rapunzel, it's Naomi Rose. I wanted to take a quick moment to make a little video about a question we get a lot on Rapunzel, which is a question about these little guys. Pashmina labels, which are enemies to many of us. They come on most scarves of this weight. This is a solid pashmina from Wrapunzel, but they're on lots of other ones also. And they can be a little tricky to remove. The reason is because on the back of them, which you can kind of see here, there's this strip of sticky adhesive. And the trick is that you really want to get this off and the sticky off and leave yourself with just fabric. It's very easy to pull off the label and end up with the label off, but then the strip of sticky is still on the fabric, and at that point it's never coming out. So the best way to do this is with confidence, and it's a bit more of an art than a science. I have to say that I've done this well most of the time. Once or twice I've done it not so well, but it almost always works out. And the trick is that you cannot be afraid to really, really get underneath it, and you can't be afraid to pull on the threads of the scarf, because I'll show you in a minute, it's really much, much easier to fix a pulled thread in a scarf than it is to fix adhesive that remains on the scarf. Once that adhesive is there, it's very hard to get out, especially if the scarf has ever been exposed to heat. That's another thing you want to watch out for. If you have a scarf with a label like this and you wash it before you wear it, and you wash it with the label still on and it gets warm, the adhesive is really going to bind to the fabric and then you'll never get it off. So do this when your scarf is new and it hasn't been exposed to heat, and be more concerned about getting everything off than you are concerned about damaging the scarf. Okay, so I'm going to bend this screen down so you can see a little closer what I'm doing. I have a corner of it that's starting to peel off already, and if I begin to peel it a little more, I can see whether the adhesive is coming with it or whether the adhesive is trying to remain on the scarf. If the adhesive is trying to remain on the scarf, I'm in trouble. So at that point, I would probably try the other side. In this case, the adhesive seems to be pulling pretty away with the label rather than staying on the fabric, which is great. I'm going to stick my thumbnail in here and really make sure that my thumbnail is under that sticky adhesive, between the sticky adhesive and the fibers. I'm going to give it a good pull. Okay, and this is the part that scares people, because I'm left with stuff like this. And this is pretty mild. Sometimes people are left with much, much more raggedy looking things after yanking that off, because you really want to make sure, which I did, thank goodness, that you get the sticky too, not just the label. So I got the sticky, but now I have a messy looking scarf with a little thread sticking out of it. That's not such a big deal at all. All you have to do is find the messy portion. You can kind of see where the label was. And you're going to place your fingers diagonally on either side of that area, pull like this, move to the opposite diagonal, pull like this a few times, and keep doing that around the area where the label was and where those threads were pulled. You may have to do it for a while, especially right around any actual snags, but in the end, you should end up with something like this, where you can't even really tell where it was anymore. And any of those threads that were sticking up are no longer sticking up at all. The key here is it doesn't matter if you pull a thread from the weave a little bit or if you shift the weave of the fabric over, so long as no threads are actually broken, which shouldn't happen just from pulling the sticky off. So long as no threads are actually broken, you should be able to shift them back in place with that kind of tugging technique. So get in there, get underneath the sticky as well as the label, and give it a good yank. And so far, I've probably done, dozens of these, and I don't think I've had very many mistakes, and you'll find, hopefully, as well, that you'll get good results. There are a couple other suggestions that I've heard from people, especially if you've already pulled the label off, but the sticky didn't come with it and it stuck to your scarf. There's a product called Goo Gone, which you can find pretty cheap on Amazon and other sites like that, which is an adhesive remover that some people like. I've also heard people recommend vinegar, specifically warm vinegar. Let it soak in that for a little bit, just in that area, and then the adhesive will get all curled up and easier to remove. I personally have never tried those, so I'm not personally recommending them, but we've heard them from other people. And you'll find lots of other suggestions also if you Google removing sticky labels from fabric, because it's a problem lots of people have. But hopefully it will not be a problem for you any longer, and good luck and enjoy your label-free pashminas. Bye for now.